Hello everyone. Welcome to Brain to Body Revolution live, instant live on Romance Revival. We are here today to talk about few things that many people have questions but they don't ask. So today we are going to discover a lot of self-love and self-care activities that you can take care for yourself to revive your romantic relationship. Okay, thank you so much for joining, Aarti. Welcome. All right, while we wait for others to join, let me engage you guys in a one small story that I would like to share. So a couple of days ago, a woman told us, she came to us and she told us this, that earlier he used to notice everything I do. If I was quiet, he would ask what happened. If I would dress up, he would compliment me. And if I got tired, he would care for me. But nowadays, I feel like I'm living with the roommate. And when we asked her, did you try telling him this? Did you tell him what you need? And she said, no, she should understand, no? After so many years of marriage, you should get it. Do I still have to say these things if I'm married for so long time? And this is where many relationships are. And they get stuck. So that one person is trying to be understood and the other person is trying to understand but cannot because of lack of communication. So all that love gets buried under silence, expectations and everyday responsibilities. And today we are talking about that only. Self-love versus self-care. How doing these two things will make and bring the romance back into your relationship. I have about 10 questions that I have picked that are frequently asked, and I'm going to read them out and have a quick actions that you can do. Some of them are self-love related, some of them are self-care related, and at the end we will conclude what is self-love and what is self-care separately, and you get to try those actions. Sounds exciting? Yes? Let's start? Alright. Okay, here's the first question, I think. And if you feel connected to the question, just, maybe thumbs up or a heart or, you can do the reaction so I can see the reactions. Okay? Alright. Why does he, number one question, why does he become silent when I want to talk? How many of you feel this? Why does he become silent when I want to talk? So many men go silent. Not because they don't want to talk or they don't care. Because they feel they'll be blamed, they will be either questioned or an instant answer is expected out of them. So for a woman, talking feels like a connection. But for a man, emotional talking feels like pressure. So here's a quick thing you can do. Instead of saying, हमको बात करना है, we need to talk. Just say, सुनो, मुझे आपसे बात करना है, 5 मिनट दोगे, मुझको बैठ के आपके साथ बात करना है. Like, I just want to sit with you and I want to talk to you. Can you give me 5 minutes of your time? And this way he will not feel that pressure, and that when your communication will improve and he will not go silent. Alright, thank you. So this is the first question. So if you like that, who all is going to try, just do the reaction. Next, second question. Why do I feel like I'm giving so much but receiving so little in return? How many of you feel this? I feel like I'm giving so much and he's not giving me anything, right? Sorry, this is mainly focused on women because that's where many of us are here, at least so, yeah. Because many women give silently and expect everything to be returned automatically. Like, we keep doing, arranging, organizing, managing, caring. But when we do all this silently, everybody assumes we are fine. Okay, so you should express your needs. Overgiving without receiving becomes a resentment. Sorry for that. Resentment. Okay, so you need to express your needs. So today, ask for one small thing very clearly. To all the women, ask one thing very clearly. Can you make a cup of tea for me today? Can you come sit with me? Can we watch a TV serial together? Can we go for a walk? Instead of expecting it to be like that. Okay, and see the difference it makes in your life. All right, that's the second question. How many of you are going to try? All right, third, why do I get irritated over small things? Why do I get irritated over small things? So it's not usually that particular thing that is irritating you. It is usually the pile up, like that messages that you have been ignored, the overdoing, the overgiving, one more day of overgiving, one underappreciated effort, one repeated disappointment. All these have piled up, and then one day the trigger goes off because of a small thing, and you think you got irritated because of that small thing. All right, so before reacting, what you can do now, before reacting, pause and ask, what do I really need right now? क्या मुझे चाहिए अभी? Maybe I need help, maybe I need rest, maybe I need appreciation. When you address this need, the irritation will go away. Remember, irritation is an often an unmet need asking to be heard. Irritation is often an unmet need asking to be heard. ठीक है? Who all resonated with this? Yes? Okay, fourth question. Why does he not understand me unless I say everything clearly? Why does he not understand me unless I say everything clear? मुझको सब कुछ बताना पड़ता है उनको, तभी जाके उनको समझ में आता है. क्यों नहीं समझ सकते हैं? Because we think that love means they should understand everything, and we think love means mind reading, and we all women kind of, sorry for generalizing, but women generally think like, oh, men should understand us, they should read our mind. So many women feel like that, and it's okay to feel like this, but many men respond better when you give clear, direct requests. Okay, they only understand clear, direct request and not emotional hints. That is how they function, and this is how we function. So you gotta understand the gap. Okay, so what you can do for women, replace hints with clarity. Instead of saying, you never spend time with me, you're always at work, you never give time to family, just say, I would feel so happy if you just came home early and we spent good 10 minutes of our time. I would feel so happy that before going to bed, we talked for 10 minutes. I'd feel so supported if you called me every day during your lunch hour just to tell me that you had your lunch. When you say like this, he will oh, this has to be done at this time and I should do it. And he will do it. Alright, so how many of you got clarity here? Just thumbs up. So clarity when you give clarity, that does not mean reduction of love. Clarity means giving direction to love. So you have to give clarity. Assume that the other person does not understand you. Even after 10-15 years of marriage, 20-25 years of marriage also, you please assume that other person does not understand you and that you have to tell. Then you see your relationship will bloom. Alright? Okay. Fifth question. Why does asking for love feel like begging? How many of you feel, why should I ask love? He's my husband, he should give me all the love. She's my wife, she should give all the love for me, right? Why should I ask for love? Because somewhere we have learned that if love is real, it should come without asking. But asking for love is not begging. Begging means helplessness. Are you helpless? No. You are expressing that I need love. That is a very different concept. So there is a lot of difference between chasing and communicating. Okay. So what you can do, you can ask with dignity and not with desperation. If you have noticed, eventually you end up asking for love, but you ask eventually out of desperation. You'll wait, and then suddenly you will be like, मैंने बोला था आपको, आपने एनिवर्सरी को ये नहीं दिया. You want him to do that for anniversary, but he did not. Eventually you end up asking that, right? So ask first only, and it's not begging. Anniversary आ रहा है, you know very well he'll forget. Just go and ask, let us plan something for our anniversary. Let us go out. Let us go out to this particular hotel and have dinner. Let us take our family and go out. Ask with dignity, and we are sure the men will support you very well. In fact, they'll make it even more beautiful than you might have imagined sometimes as well. Okay, so your need is not a weakness. Your need is an information. This is what you have to understand from this particular question. Asking which is your need is an information. Okay, loved it? Okay, sixth question. Why do I compare my relationship with other couples? How many of you do this silently? Just acknowledge. Okay, you don't have to react now. Why do I compare my relationship with other couples? Comes so naturally to us now. Because what we are practiced is we like comparing our others' end result with our work in progress. Are behind the scenes with their results. Like you will go to Instagram and everywhere you'll see they are vacationing, they are on a picnic, they have bought a car, they bought a house. You see all this, but have you gone inside their home and saw how much bill they have, what loans they have taken, what credit cards bills have to be paid? But when you are seeing your life, you are seeing only these things and you are not seeing the other thing. Others are seeing your other things, right? And remember, comparison will always kill the relationship. It will kill the gratitude that is there in that relationship also. Okay, so and it creates unnecessary dissatisfaction. So what you can do, simple, when comparison thing comes in your heart, just pause, keep your hand on your heart and ask, what is that one thing that I can appreciate today in my relationship? What is that one thing that I can appreciate today in my relationship? Just ask this one question, take a deep breath, and you will find that one thing that you can appreciate, and that appreciation will be like, oh yeah, this is better than what I have seen. Okay, and what you appreciate grows. What you constantly complain or compare will start feeling very small. So always appreciate. Okay, comparison is natural. When you compare, you take a pause and ask, what do you appreciate? Okay, normal. Now, seventh question. Okay, how are you guys feeling? Just put it in the action or reaction. I'm seeing a lot of hearts, which I am grateful for. Thank you so much. Okay, seventh question. Why do I remember old hurts during new fight? Why do I remember old hurt? पुराने घाव क्यों याद आते हैं? जब भी हम झगड़ा करते हैं, पुराने याद ताज़ा हो जाते हैं, पुराने घाव याद आ जाते हैं. Because that old hurt never got fully healed. Simple. So whenever a similar situation starts happening, your body will say, this is happening again. Your body goes back to that same mode, and then suddenly you feel like you're not fighting for the present situation. You are fighting with the old wounds. The old wounds have come, the old memories have come, right? So here, the ultimate thing that you can do when you start feeling like this in your fights is just take a pause. We know it's very hard to kind of pause, but you should practice this, and this is called ma in Japanese practices. Ma, M-A, just like how we call our mother ma. So just ask, am I reacting to today's situation or am I bringing up old memories? You just ask this question, and if your answer is old memories, just say to your partner, just give me 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I want to step out and I'll come back to you. Just step out, do your breath work, do your walk, do your calming down, and certainly you will calm down, and then you come back, and then you see you will change the tone with which you will address that fight. You will still may have that conversation, but the conversation quality will have changed. Okay, so yeah, old hurts are there. That's why it feels like the new fight is also about the old hurt. Okay, no Anu, we are not reading your mind. This is like something standalone questions that everybody is facing these days. Okay, thank you though. Thank you for asking that. All right, so 8th question. Why do I feel he gives more attention to work, friends or phone than me? why do I feel he gives more attention to work, phone, or friends? Like for some people, you find your husband giving more attention to work, or to some people it might be friends. Actually, what you're getting offended is not about that phone. Okay, it's about feeling that you are a second priority. That is what you're not okay with. And when your partner is physically present and emotionally unavailable, that is what is hurting you. So you should not be attacking the phone. Don't say you're always on the phone, you don't, no, nothing like that. Just ask for presence. That is what you want, right? Just ask for it. Say, listen, can you keep your phone aside for like few minutes? I have something important that I want to talk to you. TV. Yes, say, can we switch off the TV for like 5 minutes and have this important conversation? Or just, even if it's not an important, I just want to talk to you for 5 minutes, and then you can switch your TV back on. You start doing this, and slowly you will start seeing it will become a routine, and you will start spending more time together. Because you are not asking for the whole day here. You are asking for some few undivided moments, and that definitely a man can definitely give it to you. And he will not have any. Again, clear instructions, clear directions has to be given to men to get them to do what you want. If you are emotionally hinting, कभी भी देखो टीवी देख रहे हो, कभी भी देखो फोन पे, they are not getting the hint. Okay, you need to be direct. Okay, got it? Trust you guys are going to try that one for sure. So 9th question. Why do I feel guilty taking time for myself? Who all are starting to feel like this? People who are little bit, into the self-love, awareness, self-aware activities, you guys might be feeling this. You feel guilty for taking time for yourself, right? Because over the period of time, we have been told women needs to be constantly be available for family and others. That is the reason why we feel guilty. Okay, and giving time means that is love for us. For women, giving time itself is love, is what we have been taught. But remember, a tired woman cannot create a happy relationship. An exhausted woman cannot bring romance, warmth, or love into her relationship. And self-care is not selfish. It heals the relationship because it heals your relationship to yourself. Okay, so what you can do, take 15 minutes of time every day. Just say, this is my time for myself. At least 15 minutes. If you're practicing for more hours, that you say, when you take that, you say, I'm allowed to take this pause. I'm allowing myself to take this pause. I'm allowed to take this pause. You have to give yourself that permission that it's okay, because nobody else is going to come and give you that permission. Okay, and what you're waiting for is this permission to feel okay. That's when the guilty part will go away. Okay, so try this and let us know how it feels when you gave yourself permission to take a pause. Many of our clients are feeling better when they gave themselves permission, actually. All right, last question. Okay, why does every conversation turn into argument? Why does every conversation we have turn into an argument? So is this something that you are facing too? That you start talking and you guys end up having fight? Because maybe your conversations have pain in them, and that's why they're coming out as blame. They have pain, but when you start talking, it's coming out as blame. You may be needing love, but it comes out as criticism. You want love, but you say, time ही नहीं देते हो आप, वक्त ही नहीं देते हो आप. That is criticism. What you want is love in terms of attention, right? But here you are saying, time ही नहीं देते हो आप. Like that. You may be needing help, but it comes out as anger. कभी भी देखो कपड़े यहीं पे पड़े रहते, उठा के नहीं डालते हो. Whatever. You want help here to put the clothes, but you are not saying put the clothes out. You're saying, you're getting angry and saying, कभी भी देखो यही होता है. So you are expressing it as anger. You are not expressing it as a help. You may be needing connection, but it is coming out as complaint. Right? You want some one-on-one time with your husband. कभी भी देखो phone पे रहते हो. कभी भी देखो टीवी लगा के बैठते हो, कब घर आते ही आप अपने में खो जाते हो. You are needing connection, but what you are saying, you are complaining. So here is what you can do. Start with your feeling, not with their fault. Say, instead of saying you never care, which we almost always do, ध्यान ही नहीं देते हो, ख्याल ही नहीं रखते हो. Instead of saying, say, see, I'm feeling very tired. Can you please help me in putting these clothes out? See, I'm really feeling alone today. Can we go for a walk after dinner? I'm really sick of this routine of sleeping very late. Can we start sleeping sooner? If you start like this and without creating blame or complaint or anything, automatically you will start seeing your relationship growing because you are expressing your needs clearer and more with clarity. Soft start, better conversation. Always remember, start softly. Okay? Alright. So this was our top 10 frequently asked questions about self-love and self-care. And if you guys have been paying close attention to this whole conversation, you will notice there's a difference between self-love and self-care. Self-care is something that you do for yourself, like going for a walk, writing, journaling, eating properly, taking care of your body. That is self-care activities. What is self-love? Self-love is the relationship that you have with yourself. This is where it comes. Seeing your feelings, seeing your need, expressing your feelings, expressing your wants. That is your self-love part. So when you do self-love, automatically your self-care activities will be easily and effortlessly taken care of. Okay, so always focus on self-love, then the self-care will be automatically be taken care. Okay, so if any of these questions made sense to you, if you found resolution in this or you found clarity in this, there is more about this that we are bringing in our romance revival bootcamp, which we would love to have you, and we are going to be uncovering a lot of things over there, like emotional connection, intimacy, communication, softness, receiving love, giving love. All these topics will be covered. It will be a 3-hour session, transformational session on 16th August 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. IST. Details of that is in our story, it's in our page. You can register to the course in the link which is in our bio. Just go to the link, programs, registration for programs. You can register yourself and our team will contact you for further procedure. So we would love to have you there to teach you how to bring that spark, bring that vitality, bring that romance back which you once experienced at the start of the relationship. Trusting that we will find you there, and all these things have helped you, will help you in the meantime. Leaving you all guys in lot of love, lots of thanks to Puneet, Pallavi, Aarti, Anu. Thank you so much guys, thank you so much for being here. Monisha, Supriya, thank you my partner for being here. Thank you so much guys, thank you, take care, and we will see you in the next live coming soon. Thank you.